We are 41 days into the government shutdown, and lawmakers are finally making a big leap forward in efforts to end it. The Senate is back in session today after voting to advance a House-passed short-term funding measure. So this bill would extend government funding through January 2026 and include 3-year-long funding bills for various federal agencies and programs. 8 Democrats joined Republicans. In exchange for their votes, they secured a commitment that the Senate would vote by mid-December on extending health care tax credits that have been central to Democrats' demands. But remember, that legislation would also need the approval of the House. Speaker Mike Johnson said members should begin.
What makes you think they're going to do anything about it then? If they don't want to do anything about it now, what makes you think they're going to do anything about it now, Chuckles? Chuck Schumer needs to step down, like months ago. When you lose the Senate, you're supposed to step down. That's how things work. You lost the Senate, Chuck. You're supposed to step down. You're also 106. So why the fuck are you still in the Senate? Meanwhile, you shut down the government for 40 days for fucking nothing. Nothing. At least you could have said before we're trying to save millions of people's health care. Now, what you say, oh, it was for nothing. It was literally for nothing. You didn't do it for anything. You starved people for nothing. Now, this entire shutdown is on your fucking shoulders, Chuckles. Fuck you.
Returning to Washington right now in anticipation of a vote.
It's after 40 days of wandering in the wilderness and making the American people suffer needlessly. Some Senate Democrats finally have stepped forward to end the pain.
Democrats have been waging
Oh,
this
God, even worse. I hate both those motherfuckers. You should be calling for Chuck to step down. You are the minority leader of the House. You should be asking for the minority leader of the Senate to step down. He should have already been stepped down. You are both, you can't, because you're both beholden to the same corporate donors. You are bullshit. You need to step down as well, Hakeem. You're bullshit. Same with you, Mike Johnson. You're useless. Like, there's nothing, there's no use to you. Like, what are you here for? Other than just, like, suck Donald Trump's dick all the time. Do you have to, like, take the diapers off before you suck it? Or, like, does he do that first?
And we'll continue to wage this fight.
You just backed down. Your buddy, Chuckles, just fucking back down, Hakeem. What the fuck are you talking about? You just backed down.
No matter what comes over to us from the United States Senate to the House of Representatives at some point this week.
The timing of the final passage of the revised package in the Senate remains unclear, but Majority Leader John Thune says he hopes to hold a final vote in the near future.
Thune? What a useless piece of fucking shit. Where is he at? Oh my God. Like, what a...
We have team coverage of the government shutdown.
Like, this is just fucking bullshit. I cannot fucking believe this shit. Okay, so this is Breaking Points. I am a Breaking Points fan. Well, I'm a Crystal Ball fan. Sagar, we have difference of opinion, not like fact. So like, I give him a little bit more grace than like the Fox News bitches. But like, it's kind of, I don't have an opinion. I have an opinion, but like it's somewhat neutral. Sometimes leaning towards I don't like you, but other times I'm like, okay. But like, he's at least somewhat reasonable, not like Laura Loomer, like, you know.
Fortunate to be joined this morning by Representative Ro Khanna of California. Great to see you, sir.
Good to see you, sir.
Good morning.
So you tweeted yesterday in response to a number of centrist Democrats caving to the Republicans and voting for the shutdown deal. You tweeted this: Senator Schumer is no longer effective and should be replaced if you can't lead the fight to stop healthcare premiums from...
Duh. The writing's been on the wall. Why are these 78-year-old motherfucking politicians not retiring? What the fuck? Nancy Pelosi should have been retired. Why is she only announcing it now? Why is Chuck Schumer not retired? I did a fucking video about that fucking Eleanor Norton what the fuck her name is. She's running for re-election. She has dementia. The cop said she has dementia. She just got scammed out of thousands of dollars. This is ridiculous. Why are you okay with a gerontocracy in the States? This is not this seniority bullshit. Also, bring back retirement. What the fuck? I thought retirement age was 65. These motherfuckers won't go. Like, go retire. Go on vacation. Like, go, like, what? Go play golf. Go vacation. Go play with your grandkids. Go do something. Why are you here? Like, you're not effective at all. Like he said, Rokon is absolutely fucking right. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. This should not be, like, it should not, the fact that what he's saying can be seen as controversial in some circles, especially in the Democratic Party, is ridiculous. This motherfucker is feckless as fuck. He doesn't, like, what? Oh my God.
Skyrocketing for Americans. What will you fight for? What led you to that conclusion, Congressman?
Just a moral disgust. I mean, I know personally, as I'm sure you do, people whose premiums are going to go up $1,000, $2,000 a month. Millions of Americans are literally going to get.
I hope Americans know it's not like this around the world. Most somewhat wealthy, developed nations all have some form of universal health care. When I was 18 or 19, my appendix was about to rupture. And if I didn't get surgery and it had ruptured, I would die. I had surgery, fully involved surgery, was in the hospital for 3 days, had a lot of painkillers because I was in pain, and we walked away without a bill. If we were billed for that the way you guys are in the States, if we didn't have insurance, it would have bankrupted us. So it's not like this around the world. We have our issues here in Canada. There's issues in England. There's issues in every healthcare system. No system is perfect. But at least we don't have to go in debt to get care. That's not something that happens. A government should provide. It's there to help you. Americans have been so propagandized against government programs. That's what they're there for. The government is supposed to assist you. They're supposed to help you. The complete fecklessness of the Democratic Party is not representative of what a government should do. That speaks to them and how fucking idiotically stupid they are. And how stupid liberalism and centrism is. Pick a fucking side, you dipshit. Like this both sides bullshit that the fucking, like, Chuck Schumers and Hakeem Jeffries and the fucking idiots of the fucking world, this is so stupid. This should not be happening. Millions of people are going to die if these subsidies for healthcare are not kept in place. What makes you think they're going to start to care? This entire 40 days of a shutdown is completely on your shoulders, Chuckles. Fuck you. I know I've said that, but the point needs to be belabored. Because what was the point? What was the point? People are going hungry. The airport system and FAA is a complete and utter fucking mess. Air traffic control is a fucking mess. Planes are falling out of the fucking sky. There's no reason for you to have backed down other than that you're a little bitch. And you don't actually care about millions of people not going to be able to afford health care. People not going to be able to afford to live. What are we doing? What was the point?
Kicked off healthcare, and we can't fight to make sure that their premiums don't go up after the Tuesday wins. It's just political malpractice. Here you have Donald Trump on the ropes, scrambling, trying to make some deal. And we basically say, well, we don't care if the premiums go up. Like, what do we stand for?
I want to make it clear also that every single poll, even the ones on Fox News, have been blaming the Republicans for the shutdown. There was no pressure.
So he needs to be replaced and step down. More Democrats need to be calling for that. The only reason they aren't calling for it, let me be blunt, is because you offend a lot of donors. There are a lot of billionaires. There are a lot of donors that contribute to the DSCC, that contribute to Chuck Schumer. But, you know, we've got to make a choice of this party. Are we going to be beholden to the donors that have gotten us 2 terms of Donald Trump, or are we going to listen to people?
Sir, to the cope from the Schumer.
A democracy is not beholden to donors. A democracy is not beholden to rich people. A democracy is for the people, not 1% of the people. So, this is disgusting. The fact that your elected officials cannot come out and say the fucking truth, the fact of the matter, what needs to happen, because they're beholden to donors, rich people, billionaires, millionaires, not their constituents, not the people who elected them into power, but the people who are funding their lives.
Crowd is, well, he voted no. What is he supposed to do? He can't keep his caucus in line. What's your response to that?
Come on.
Sir, to the cope from the Schumer crowd is, well, he voted no. What is he supposed to do? He can't keep his caucus in line.
I know Sagar doesn't think that, but oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, that is cope, but also, Jesus fuck, it's his job. It's his job. It's your job, Chuck. You're supposed to keep them in line. You're leader of the fucking minority of the Senate. It's your job, Chuckles. That's why you're in the position that you're in. This is the reason that you need to fucking step down, because you can't fucking control your caucus. And I don't even believe that you didn't tell them to not to. I'm sure you gave them the fucking green light, because what the fuck do you care? You're fucking feckless as fuck. You don't do your job, and you are an impotent leader that cannot do your job well. You need to step down.
What's your response to that?
Come on, Schumer's been in politics for 50 years. I mean, even he couldn't say that with a straight face. He controls the caucus. He determines when a deal can be cut. He obviously gave them the green light. I don't think he would even deny that.
Thank you, Rokana.
He didn't call up Dick Durbin, his number 2, and say, hey, Dick, maybe you shouldn't be voting this way. So this is the typical game. It actually adds to the cynicism. I mean, if he had just voted for it, at least he could have maybe have some principled argument. But this is the worst of both worlds. It's like, look, I'm going to try to play a political game, but at the end of the day, the premiums are still going to go up.
Both sides bullshit. It's centrist. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What are your values? What are your morals? I have no clue. You have no problem sending bombs to go kill children. You have no problem funding a genocide. You have no problem with millions of your constituents going hungry for nothing. You have no problem with healthcare premiums going up to the point where people will die. What do you stand for, Chuck? What do you stand for?
So, Congressman, let me play devil's advocate here. So, what the centrists say is basically like, look, the Republicans drew a hard line; they were not bending. Trump isn't even negotiating with us. They say they will not give us.
And who the fuck does that look bad on? Exactly. He's to blame. They're to blame for this. And now you are.
Anything other than this. And meanwhile, you've got 40 plus million people who are going hungry without food stamps. You've got all these federal government workers who are out of work, not getting paychecks. You've got increasing chaos at the airlines. I know you yourself have suffered from some of the air travel nightmares. We're heading into Thanksgiving here. Like, we're trying to be the adults in the room. What do you say to that?
Part of why this frustrates me so much is because it feels an awful like a scab. And what I mean by that is when a union strikes, people suffer. That's a part of the strike. That's why, yes, people are going to suffer from a strike. But it's important. And when you back down and give in, it's called a scab. It's scabbing. Crossing the picket line. And to me, that's what this is. Chuck Schumer backed down. He gave in. Everybody else is trying to hold hardly. And most of the Democratic caucus would have voted to not do this, but just because the Republicans hold the majority, all they needed was eight votes, 8 Democrats, and Chuck let them. So it would be as if like a union leader was like, "Oh yeah, you guys can scab. That's okay. That's fine." That wouldn't have. They immediately would have to step down. That is ridiculous. You have to contextualize this in ways that you can think like in our own experience, like contextualize this in ways that we have experience in. Because none of us are, most people like consuming this type of content are not members of Congress, are not members of the Senate. So we have to contextualize these things in ways that we can when they happen, because it goes to show how fucking like ridiculously idiotic and terrible the action is. Step down, Chuck. Step down.
Well, look, obviously people are suffering. In my district, they're suffering in terms of the SNAP benefits being cut. There's no doubt that
there's also a lot of funding in place to fund things like SNAP. The Trump administration chose not to do so. And when an appellate court told them they had to, he appealed it up to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court put on a shadow docket that he can do whatever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have to pay the SNAP funding. So the Supreme Court are supposed to uphold the extreme letter of the law. They are supposed to be the best of officers of the court. And they approved Trump not funding supplemental nutrition assistance. The draconian nature of this, like these people have no shame. They're like in the I can't even I can't verbalize how evil these actions are. They know people are going to starve. They know people cannot make ends meet, and they are saying, with their millions of dollars, mind you, that it's okay for people to go hungry. All of this from the Christian crap. Like they're the big Bible thumpers. I went to church growing up. I went to Sunday school. I don't remember the part of the Bible that says, do not feed the hungry. Do not help the needy. Do not help the less fortunate. I actually remember it saying all of the other, like the complete opposite of those things. So this is just like, if you want to take it that way, evangelicals, this is demonic. Not feeding people, making people starve, not helping people get health care, treatment.
On the airlines, I mean, I was just talking yesterday. I was in the airport 6 hours. There are a lot of lines, cuts. Air traffic controllers aren't being paid. Congressional staff aren't being paid. Federal workers aren't being paid. I get all of that. And what we should be talking about is reopening the House of Representatives so we can vote to extend staff benefits, pay troops. I think we had a lot of leverage to continue to put the pressure on to do that. But you had Donald Trump literally saying we lost the election because of this. We need to get some deal. And I think we could.
That's another thing, is that all of this is coming after last week, where there was a blue tsunami, where the shutdown was a big factor in those, the Virginia and New Jersey. The fact that Chuck Schumer and those Senate centrists looked at that humongous win, three blue waves, conducting a blue tsunami. And they said, it's time to back down, actually. It's time to cave. It's time to, well, we don't have much morals and, like, scruples, so, like, let's just back down. Like, not worth it anymore. Resign. Step down. All 8 of you. And Chuck. And Hakeem.
Could have gotten an extension. Could we have gotten it permanent on the tax credits? Maybe not. But a year? I mean, there were Republican House members like Lawler who were willing to give a year. And the fact is that we got nothing. I mean, that's what...
Also, bitch-ass fucking crazy conspiracy QAnon nut fucking Marjorie Taylor Greene was speaking out. Because she sees the fucking writing on the wall. She's a little bit more political savvy than anybody gave her credit for because she's so fucking crazily stupid. But she knows how to grift. And she sees the writing on the wall. Kanks is dying. Sorry, I've had it. They call him Kankles McTaco Tits. Kanks is short for Kankles McTaco Tits. Kanks. Trump. Trump is dying. He has dementia and he's getting intravenous injections at least once a month. And what are they? Are they Alzheimer's drugs? Because you get those intravenously once a month. So, I don't know. Also, like, I've seen pictures of him lately where people were theorizing that he has an LVAD. That means your heart don't work. An LVAD is like a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. It's an effective device, but it's not meant to be long term. Like, it's a crutch. It's basically helping your heart pump blood. That is not a good sign. That means your heart is failing. So there's something is happening. And I don't know if it actually was an LVAD. It could have just been people online theorizing. They saw something like there was some sort of bulkiness in his jacket. And I'm just saying, like, an LVAD is not a good sign. Usually, when I hear about LVADs, when I've heard about LVADs before in my past, like, I used to work in hospitals. I went to school to be a paramedic, and I have a minor knowledge of things. And, well, in Nova Scotia, we're required to learn a lot in paramedic school because our paramedicine is based, like our programs are based off of Australia and England here in Nova Scotia. So we learn a lot. And from what I do know, an LVAD is not a good thing. Like, Mary, that's not good. The writing is on the wall. He's circling the fucking drain. And you can tell that by looking at him. He falls asleep every other fucking day. He fucking forgets shit all the fucking time. He's so fucking stupid. Like, he's on a loop of the same couple stories. Like, he won't let things go from years ago. That's how you know that, like, it's probably because he can only remember things years ago. You see the sundown hour every single fucking time there's a press briefing in the White House, in the Oval Office. Now he can't even stand. Like,
is so frustrating about the situation.
And then, I mean, how do you think Leader Jeffries is going to handle this in the House of Representatives, Congressman?
So far,
he's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything. It's Hakeem Jeffries, limp dick leader of the House, limp dick leader of the minority of the House, limp dick Speaker of the House. Just the biggest bullshitter on the fucking planet of the fucking earth is Hakeem Jeffries. Because how can you, a black man, sit there beholden to a a pack that is supportive of a fucking genocide? How can you be supportive of a fucking genocide against brown people? Have you no fucking shame? Oh my God. I don't understand how Chuck Schumer can do it, but I'm used to people with my complexion being evil at this point. I am still not over people being beholden to genocidal maniac white men that are not my complexion. That will never compute in my brain. Because how am I supposed to you are a compromised messenger. How do I not see you as completely motherfucking compromised? You cannot advocate for people and minorities here in America and then fund a genocide over in the Middle East. What is wrong with you? Talk about fucking demonic evangelicals who are the same fucking people who want to fund the genocide because they believe that all the Jewish people should be in Israel. So when the rapture comes, that they will come down and Jesus will ask the Jews, hey, you're going to sign up for Christianity or nah? When the Jewish people say, no, we're Jews, he's going to say, okay, bye, and send everybody to hell and take all the evangelicals with. That is what they believe. They're rapture preppers. They are hugely anti-Semitic. They have created this humongous conspiracy around this end of days rapture that's not going to happen. They keep on saying it's been happening for years on end. Like, it's this day, this day. I'm sure you saw it popping off on TikTok. That's not a new thing. That all of Ted Cruz, rapture prepper. Marjorie Taylor Greene, rapture prepper. Like, these people are insidious, and the Jewish people, the Israeli government, who clutches their pearls every single time somebody is pro-Palestine. Oh my God, you're an anti-Semite. Every single fucking time. But they are cozied up with the evangelical Christians because as long as they get the support from them, they don't care that they're anti-Semitic. It's not about being anti-Semitic. It's about supporting Israel. That's all it is. Highly evidenced by Candace Owens. She was fired from the Daily Wire in 2024, March 2024, I believe it was. She was fired from the Daily Wire due to anti-Semitism, her anti-Semitic rhetoric. She had already been anti-Semitic. She's out and proud anti-Semite, okay? That's not up for debate. When the relationship shifted is when she became highly critical of Israel. Israel is what you have to be supportive of. It doesn't matter if you're anti-Semitic, as long as you support Israel. That is the name of the fucking game. the Anti-Defamation League should be worried about the fucking Zion. Like, meanwhile, neo-Nazi Nick Fuentes has hundreds of thousands of followers, and the ADL is like, oh, we gotta watch Zohran Mamdani. Oh, he's been so inclusive of every single Jewish person in New York, but just not AIPAC and Israel, the genocidal state, according to literally every organization, the fucking organizational, like, nonprofit in the world. Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal. He is a genocidal maniac. He has been at this for over 2 decades, and he needs to go to jail. He needs the worst of the worst. And anybody in his cabinet that is complicit in this needs so as well. War crimes need to be punished. I am tired of watching so many world leaders that are supposed to stand for peace, like American presidents, starting wars and committing war crimes. Obama, Biden. Bush. I am so tired of it. If America stands for freedom and peace, then why are you bombing people constantly? Why does it take bombs to get peace? That doesn't make sense to me. Peace does not, like, killing and peace are the furthest from each other. So what the fuck are you talking about? Killing people for what they believe or what their government believes is not freedom. Like, fuck you.
He is saying that we're going to fight it with any procedural vote we can. I mean, we need a few Republicans to break. They may break depending on what the bill is. So the Democrats in the House are going to stay united and fight for the stopping the premium increases.
You know, back to on the point with Schumer, one of your colleagues, Mark Pocan, also tweeted this out. He said, "Don't endorse or say who you voted for in NYC, despite there being a Dem candidate. Get Dem senators to negotiate a terrible deal that does nothing real about healthcare. Screw over a national political party. Profile of courage of." Profile, I think he meant to say profile of courage, ? Next. So clearly your sentiment is shared by at least some of your colleagues. You know, and I think the point he makes there too about Chuck Schumer refusing to even say who he voted for in New York City, I think it's an important one as well. Because if you're going to be
He voted for Cuomo. He voted for Cuomo. He voted for Cuomo. That's who he voted for. He did not vote for Zohran Mamdani. I would bet my life on that. He either abdicated his vote like a little bitch. By the way, if you abdicate your vote ever, you're an idiot. That means you're an idiot. Abdicating your vote is literally giving up your say in a democracy. Not voting as a sign of... That's bullshit, bitch. That's how Trump got elected twice. That's how the Democrats keep losing, because everybody's like, oh, I don't really want to vote because it doesn't really matter. Well, clearly it fucking does matter, because now you live in a fascist authoritarian regime. Good job.
leader of the Democrats.
It's very clear because only 77 million people voted for Trump in a country of 350 million. So ostensibly, there should have been, if everybody had voted, ostensibly he wouldn't have won. So, good job.
Democratic Party. And the Democratic base is saying, hey, this is Zohran Mamdani. This is our guy. Like, we like this guy. We like the direction he's going for. We're going to vote for him in the primary. We're going to show up in record-breaking numbers to vote.
He won the primary. In record-breaking numbers, he was flipping districts that voted for Trump multiple times. And Chuck Schumer could not say a damn thing, could not endorse him. Leader of the Senate could not endorse the winner of the Democratic primary. It took Hakeem Jeffries until, 24 to 48 hours beforehand to endorse him? because he's completely feckless. He's completely beholden to AIPAC, and I'm sure he got a lot of slack for that.
From the general election, make sure that he wins, and you can't even say that you voted for the Democratic candidate? I mean, how?
He didn't. He voted for Cuomo because they are the same. It's this like blue MAGA mentality. Like all the way, it's like Chuck Schumer, Hakeem, all the way down to like that dark money group that was funding Chorus, Brian Tyler Cohen. It's blue MAGA. To make you comprehend what, when I was a kid, I thought that Barack Obama was a Republican because of his policies. I didn't really understand the names or anything. He just seemed like a conservative because his policies matched conservatives in my country, in a lot of countries. But America is so fucked that he was viewed as a progressive Democrat. Joe Biden, Obama, even Kamala would be considered conservative in Canada, in a lot of countries. Your Overton window has been shifted so far and far to the right over the years, over decades, that you don't even see a non-progressive person for what they are. If Obama's a leftist, my name is Susie. Like, what? We can just say whatever now? Like,
out of step are you with your own voters in the party, let alone, your own caucus, let alone, colleagues such as you. But he's also, and most importantly, wildly out of step with where his own voters.
Also, where the fuck is Kamala and Obama? And I guess Biden's about to die with cancer or something. I don't care. He's a genocide supporter. War criminal. Kamala has been going around on her book tour whining about shit that happened. And it should not be lost on you that your book is literally called 10-7, bitch. I know it's 107 days. You couldn't think of anything else? How about I lost? I lost to a fascist. That should be the title of your book. And you should not be on a book tour right now. You were elected. You were the leader of the party. You were chosen to be the leader of the party. And now is the time when you should be... Where are you? Where are you? You should be holding rallies. You should be helping fucking Bernie and AOC on their fucking tour. You should be fucking helping campaign for Zohran. You should be helping all these people. You were the leader of the party. Stop licking your fucking wounds. What are you doing? You don't care about the country? They're burning the democracy to the ground. You're acting as though this is just normal. It's not. Where the fuck? And Obama's bullshit interview on fucking Mark Maron. Like, where are you? I understand. And his thing is like, Washington is full of old men who don't want to give up power. I understand that. But right now we're in the fight. You guys are in the fight for your country, for your constitution, for democracy. Like, you have an incredible amount of political clout and popularity among the American people. You could be holding rallies against this. It doesn't matter that you already have served your 8 terms. You were president. You were elected to serve the people. You haven't, it's been 9 years. Like, you haven't had enough of your retirement. Like, you can't come back and actually put in some fucking work. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, please lay down, Mom. Lay down. Lay down. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't understand this. You have a voice. Like, how you speak and how you act right now means something. And the fact that Kamala Harris has been licking her wounds and complaining about shit that happened on the campaign trail, is fucking ridiculous. Stand up. Do something. Get organized. If you actually, and she's talking about, I'm not done yet, for when people ask her about 2028 run. If you're not done, get up off your ass.
Within the Democratic Party.
Sorry. Get up off your ass. What are you doing? Like, if you're not done, the time is now. Because you're acting like you're done. You're acting like you're done. And even excerpts from the fucking book were so fucking stupid. You complaining about not being prepared for a fucking podcast interview with Dr. Mike? Dr. Mike? Dr. Mike. You should be prepared, Kamala. This is not a law case. You were not preparing for this was not court. You were not supposed to be prepped for every single thing. You are supposed to talk off the You were supposed to be able to riff off of a conversation and just be a person. You were not supposed to be prepared for every single talking point. You can just say what you believe. Like, part of the reason that you lost is that you didn't just say what you believed. You were beholden to a bunch of corporate interest. You got millions of dollars from AIPAC. You were like, your brother-in-law completely convinced you to cut yourself to billionaires. Like, you were completely running around with Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney. That fucking idiot. Are you fucking kidding me? Obviously, centrism does not work. And a lot of the policies that got Trump elected, he stole from progressive Democrats. And he used them to lie to the public to get in power, and now he's not doing any of that bullshit. Just like he didn't the first time. Because Americans can't see their past their fucking nose and have amnesia, clearly. They can't remember 4 fucking years ago. Like, what the fuck?
So you're absolutely right. I mean, look, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You had Chuck Schumer cheerleading into the war in Iraq. You've had Chuck Schumer cheerleading for a blank check to Netanyahu. You've had...
Oh, Ro Khanna. T. Okay.
So, and most importantly, wildly out of step with where his own voters are within the Democratic Party.
So you're absolutely right. I mean, look, this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You had Chuck Schumer cheerleading into the war in Iraq. You've had Chuck Schumer cheerleading for a blank check to Netanyahu. You've had Chuck Schumer betraying us on the first shutdown. You then had Chuck Schumer given multiple opportunities after Zoran won the primary to at least endorse him, even if it was a pro forma endorsement. He doesn't do that. And now he's not even willing to fight to make sure that the ACA subsidies don't increase. So to your earlier question about, are there difficult questions on SNAP benefits and troop pay? Of course there are. And maybe if this was the only context, Chuck Schumer would have some grace and goodwill and say, okay, we disagree with this deal, but it's not enough to call for you to step down. But this is the culmination of someone who just doesn't get it, who doesn't get how much people are hurting, who doesn't get where the base of this party is, who doesn't get how upset.
Boy's cooking. Boy is cooking. Where is this energy? All the other Democrats, you need to be saying this bullshit. This was a former centrist dude. Like, T, go off. This boy's cooking. Cooking with gas. What the fuck?
This party has been that we're giving all this money to overseas wars and not doing healthcare here, who certainly is never going to support Medicare for all. He's just out of touch. He's not the future of the party.
I also want to point out, make it clear, that Chuck Schumer is very, very for war, as long as it's against brown people, because he's clearly an Islamophobic, racist piece of fucking shit. He does not care how many brown people die. He does not care what happens to a country that is inhabited by those people. All he cares about is fucking Benjamin Netanyahu and taking AIPAC dollars and killing brown people. That's what he's for, because he supported the Iraq war, he supported the genocide in Israel, and he's oh my God, he is the worst Senate leader that America has ever had, and that's saying something. Go lay down.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, Congressman. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. This is another reason why this motherfucker is fucking compromised, okay? He has taken over $1.7 million from AIPAC, the Israel lobby. $1.7 million. Do you not think that you're compromised, Chuck? How the fuck are you America first? You're clearly Israel first. Your voting record supports that. The amount of money you've taken from the pro-Israel lobby supports that. You fucking Islamophobic racist piece of fucking shit. Step down. You are feckless and you're a piece of shit. Like, what? Oh my God. Step down, Chuck. Step down.